Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Lauren Roques is here as well. We got a special guest in the building. We have Tamar Braxton. Welcome back.
Hi, thanks.
How you feeling, girl?
I feel great. How you feeling, friend?
I'm good. I can't complain. You got a lot going on.
I do.
Let's start first with the cooking show. You have a cooking show. We're
Not
going to start positivity.
Yes.
It's
so positive. Uh-oh, here we go.
You know you act
okay. Okay. Well, you know, I have a cooking show with my mom, and this has been a lifelong dream for her. And it's been 10 years in the making. And everybody knows I've been very open and honest about our situations at WeTV years ago and like why we couldn't do other things. And so the opportunity presented itself again 10 years later, and here we are. Yeah. And now it's under my own production company.
Okay. I didn't know that part of it, your own production company.
Yeah.
Because when I saw the announcement, I was like, every time y'all do like reality TV or family-related TV stuff, you always have to come out like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, you upset about it. I'm like, why would she go back into this?
Not all the time. It was just that one particular same people.
Okay, gotcha. But I felt like you've been a lot better at protecting your space, and I'm like, why would she throw herself back into that? But now it makes sense because you have more control.
Yeah, but this is not a reality show. This is a cooking show.
Yeah.
And this is a cooking show that I'm sharing with my mother, and it's probably one of my favorite projects that I've put out since the Braxtons.
Wow.
Yeah.
What are y'all cooking on the show? What kind of food?
Okay, so this show is really about people who want to cook, who are intimidated about cooking. And so we're making it easier for you all to not, feel so intimidated about cooking because it's really not that serious.
Like what type of meals? Like
Okay, so last night's episode that came on, I made like Rasta pasta.
Okay.
Oh, so
You made the
So it's
Rasta
like easy stuff.
Yeah.
Right?
Nice.
Like,
Okay.
Who tastes it and says it's good? Do you have any judges?
well, I do have different people on there. My sister Trina came on there.
Okay.
My son comes on there. He's very honest like me. And Mitch, he's on there too. Like, I mean, we have real people on the show. Like, just real behind the scenes people who's honest. But my food is always good though.
Okay.
Yeah, I sing and I cook.
You sing on the show. You sing and you cook. Why?
No, in my life, I sing and I cook.
Okay.
Got it.
What's your go-to dish? Like, what's your favorite?
What
like,
you want?
Oh wow, you like that? It's good like that.
It gives that.
What's your go-to dish for a man? Like what is the to impress a man? What are you gonna cook for the man?
So if he likes cheese, this is what I say. Always go to Alfredo.
Yes.
Homemade Alfredo.
It's the best.
Or some type of salmon and spinach. Yeah, because it looks like you put a lot of effort into it, but it's really no effort.
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes the guys be coming at, like, they make Alfredo and salmon seem like if you cook that, you don't really know how to cook. Like, they come at those meals sometimes.
Well, I've only been single for a little while, so this is my first time hearing that.
I've been out here. I've been out here.
Now, hold on, and she's been single for a long time.
First of all, don't say a long time. It's been about like a year. Like, don't do me.
A little longer than that, but
No, but if we go to a restaurant, right?
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, and you don't know the food,
Yeah.
you're gonna pick something safe. And what is safe? A salmon dish with spinach or some type of greens, some like mashed potatoes, right?
Yeah.
And you're gonna be satisfied. So why not do that at home?
It's the easy one. Yep.
Now you're very glowy right now. You
Yes,
look very
girl,
happy.
what?
Absolutely.
The skin, take some glasses off. All
The
that.
blue liner under. Why would you have
You
the glasses
enjoy
on?
that?
Yeah, you look
Well,
good.
it's a little vibe, a little biker vibe.
So what changed? Because I know sometimes you didn't seem as glowy, you didn't seem as happy. What got you to a place where you look happy? Like you look very
Really?
happy. You know?
Oh, I mean, I am happy. I feel like I'm always happy. I don't know. I took a year off to be by myself and to really heal and to really figure out, what I wanted in my life and where I wanted to go. And maybe that's what that is.
Do you love love? Are you ready to get back into love and back into dating? I seen you post something about you got to make sure people don't have HIV, which was just totally
Well, not that. I said I'm on PrEP.
Okay, you go prep. Okay.
It's true, though. I don't know if I'm ready for love. I know that I'm ready to, put myself back out there.
Yeah. So what happened in the last relationship? Like
I don't
what
want to talk
happened
about
that-
that. And the reason why I don't want to talk about that is because I don't want to be disrespectful. You know what I mean? I want to stay on this path of, like it was what it was, and it was my favorite relationship until it wasn't. And that's that on that. And there's children involved, and I definitely don't want to offend them.
I got you.
And I don't want to keep talking about their dad where they're offended about, me saying things about him that they feel that is derogatory. You know what I mean?
Well, what is your type? Do you have a type?
I don't know if I have a real aesthetic type,
Right.
but I do know I like nice guys. You know what I mean? I like respectful men. I like men who want to be monogamous, although where are they?
Yes.
You know, but yeah, that's my starter kit.
And somebody that can handle Tay.
Really, you think so? I
On
feel like
all levels, not
I feel
just
like I'm
nice
not
Tay.
a lot of. I don't feel like I'm a lot in a relationship. You know, I feel like when it comes to my job, I am very like into it and demanding about that. But in relationships, I'm like.
Everybody behind you is laughing when you said that.
Y'all
When you said,
laughing.
when,
Look away.
when you said I'm not a lot, they don't look like what?
I am not a lot. I'm a lot.
I'm a lie.
He said, yeah, friend,
yes,
friend.
yes.
I don't think I'm a lot. I feel like I'm very submissive, actually. Yeah.
So when it comes to dating, have you thought about with your son? Like, how is that going to work? When are you going to introduce him? Does your son have to like? Have you thought about that component?
Because
I
he's older
have.
now.
He's
and
11.
He just like you.
He is.
Very honest. So
He's like me and my mother.
Your mother. Yes.
Okay, you know how you get around Baltimore people, you start talking Baltimore.
That's right.
So here's the thing. That's why I say I'm not going to, date seriously until he gets of age because I don't want to keep introducing him to the wrong people.
What do you mean serious? Mama need her
I do, but
her O's too.
it's not really fair to him that these relationships keep going sour. You know,
But you don't plan for that. That's
I
not what you
don't.
intend for.
I don't. I definitely didn't this last time, but the truth of the matter is that it happens, and I don't want to keep introducing my son to these guys, and they let him down.
Do you think social media plays a big part in breakups?
Social media played a big part, I feel like.
Okay.
I wish I could have been or had the opportunity to have been more private.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I know the next go around, it will definitely be private. Yeah.
Did you and your son have a conversation about like your decision to wait until he was 18? Like, was he like, hey, mom, what if we just kind of like
No,
that?
he's not like that. That was
Okay.
a decision that I made
Gotcha.
because I'm a single mom and, I'm in protective mode all the time of my son.
Rightfully so.
Yeah.
So what happens if you do date somebody and they get close to your son and it doesn't work? Do you still allow him when they break up to still speak to your son, or is it a wrap?
I often do.
You let him speak.
Yeah.
Because that leaves the door
Yeah.
open a little bit. Like, because now I can put my foot in just a little bit and see.
Tell your mother I love
I don't know
her.
about that. I'm a
Tell
Pisces.
your mama
Once
I
it's
love
a
her.
rap, it's a rap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I feel like the relationship that he has established with that person, that should play out the way that it needs to. I can't involve myself in that.
Gotcha.
What has your I know you were celibate for some time.
I'm still celibate.
Oh, so it's not over yet?
Yeah. No.
Okay.
Not
Is
over.
there like a time period that you're doing it, or is it just like when you get to a place spiritually?
How
that
long
you
have
feel
you been
like it's-
celibate?
A year.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Damn.
Yeah. Like not even a kiss.
Whoa. How do you do
Not
that?
a rose,
Wait,
not
can
a
you-
vibrator,
Yeah,
not a
explain to
nothing.
us, how do you do
nothing. Nothing. I'm not really a touchy-feely kind of person on myself anyway.
Is it on myself anyway?
But like you're still meeting guys though, and kind of like you have friends, I'm sure, casual conversation.
I have friends, casual conversation, but I'm not interested. It's the one that I've been interested in.
Wow.
Yeah.
You don't yearn for that feeling, that touch, that.
Of course I do, but where does that lead to? You know what I mean? If they're not like-minded and we're not on the same page, it's like I'm dating for intent. You know what I mean?
At this
and
point, yeah.
nobody is dating for intent anymore. It's crazy.
And what's the longest you've ever been celibate? Is this it?
This is it.
Oh, you hurt right now.
I'm actually now I'm okay.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm super crazy busy, and I've done a lot of healing. And
What have you been doing as far as healing?
well, I believe in therapy.
Okay.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I really believe in therapy, and I've just been taking out time for myself to get to know me.
Yeah. Was your celibacy journey hard in the beginning?
No.
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 Oh, Tamar was fed up. Because I said a few
Yeah.
times that I was going to be celibate. And then I was like, stop big head.
And then she got pregnant.
Gosh,
I ain't never
it's
even said
hard.
it. I don't even want to lie like that.
No.
No.
No, I think that, once you come to a point of where you're ready for a change, you have to start making different decisions to get the changes that you want, the
That's
results that you want.
What did you learn about yourself? You said you learned a lot about yourself. What did you learn about yourself?
That I was a perpetual relationship person, and I just wanted to be in a relationship instead of looking for the right relationship for me.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But you said I saw you on Sherry, and you said that you are ready to get back to
I
dating,
am.
though, right?
I am.
So how does that work with your celibacy? Are you dating people that are also on a celibacy journey?
Well, I haven't
or-
been on one yet.
Oh, no date yet at all. Well, that was just
No.
a couple days ago.
Yeah, that was yesterday.
Yesterday. Oh shoot.
That was
That
Dang.
was yesterday.
Okay.
That was yesterday.
So ideally for you, what's that first date back outside looking like?
The outside is weird.
It is.
Yeah.
It's very weird.
Girl.
And I don't know what that looks like, sis. You know what I mean? Because I don't think we all know what that looks like until we meet that person and they show themselves, right?
Yeah.
I never imagined at my age or this stage of the game that I'd be single. So it's kind of weird anyway. You know what I mean? So
You got to explain one thing to me, though.
What, friend?
You talk about
Jesus, here you
HIV
go.
prevention.
Yeah.
But you celibate.
Yeah.
So you taking the HIV prevention that early just to make sure?
You never know
But
what
you're not
gonna
having
do.
sex.
We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow.
Never.
I want to be prepared.
Or
But
you
outside,
celibate until?
I'm celibate until it happens.
What was there a scare? Because what made you?
No, it wasn't a scare. The fact of the matter is that the outside has changed, and people are not monogamous at all. Everybody has the same boyfriend, and what is scary for me is actually contracting something because I am looking, and I am dating. So that's what's scary to me.
And then, not for nothing, before HIV, you got chlamydia, you still got the gonorrheas, the herpes. It's a whole bunch of other things.
Is crabs still
there's
around?
also
Crabs?
a medicine
I
for
believe
that
crabs
too.
still
There's
around.
also a different kind of PrEP for that as well. So we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But for now, I'm PrEP. Period.
Hopefully you don't get to that bridge, though.
You know what? Hopefully not. But I'm not saying I'm out here raw dogging or I will raw dog. But things happen.
Yeah.
We adults. Hello. Yeah.
So you recently reconciled with Toni.
What you mean reconcile?
I don't listen. You got to tell
But
me
you
what
got a
happened because you
sister,
blocked her.
How do you reconcile with your family? Like you fall in and out all the time.
When you block somebody, y'all
Yeah.
beefing. When you unblock, y'all not beefing no more. That's
Well, blocking doesn't mean we beefing. Blocking means you're just working on my nerves, and I don't feel like seeing you right now.
So that was just a sister thing.
That was just a sister thing.
got
She
on your
wasn't blocked
nerves.
on my phone. I think being blocked on your phone is like the extreme. I don't feel like blocked on social media means real life, right? That means I don't feel like seeing you on my timeline right now.
But
Like,
did
you
she
doing a lot.
know that she was blocked? I mean, did she know that she was going to do that? That the argument had gotten that
Yo,
far? for
Toni
her to-
Braxton be a liar. She don't even have social media on her phone. That was her representation that did it.
You said she be the antagonist sometimes.
Yes, the
because
oldest.
she a big sister. So.
That's what happens. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not. I know that everybody wants it to be like rotted out, won't be wild with me because Tamar. They think Tamar comes with a bunch of drama.
Yeah.
But it's just like regular life stuff.
Yeah. It just blows up.
It just blows
And
up
it's
because
of
it's
who
me.
you are.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What were y'all beefing about? What was the argument so intense that you said I'm gonna block her?
It was very minute, probably, but she's a sister, and you get blocked.
And then the little sister most of the time is a brat.
You think I'm a brat? I'm not a brat.
Yes,
We have fun.
Tamar.
I'm not a brat. I'm not a. What makes me a brat?
Younger siblings just
The
get away
voice.
with a lot and just.
The voice. What makes me a brat? You know you're a
I
brat.
am not.
She has a younger sister too, so I'm sure
Yes.
she's.
Also, use the oldest.
Yes.
Not a younger brother. It's even worse with a younger brother because
Really?
what boys are mommy's babies, so it's like, oh my
Yeah.
god, he
I feel
can't
like
do no
y'all
wrong.
jealous. That's why y'all call
we-
us
we-
brats, because we not no brat. We no different than y'all.
We're a little tired,
And that's why y'all antagonistic. Because y'all like to call out names. Y'all like to throw out names and talk about us, but we better not say nothing.
Yeah,
we gotta
yeah.
take it.
A little bit,
don't.
yeah. 'Cause-
Exactly.
And then we were in y'all shoes before.
Exactly.
Like I was everywhere my little sister was at. And then when I tried to tell her something, I'm gonna live my own life, and then I'm gonna do this, and you weren't gay, and I'm like, all right, a little bit I was, but because she told me I don't really know her because she gay. And I'm like, I tried that.
A little
So I've
bit.
been over there before.
And then what happened when something go wrong, Jess? Who she call first?
She calls me.
Exactly.
When it comes to the co-signing of the car, when it comes, I be like, no, but I'm gonna sign it for you, and you know I am because you're a brat.
That's not
I love
a brat.
you,
It's
but
that,
you are a brat.
You know what it is? Y'all got a chance to live life lessons before we did.
Yeah.
And it's frustrating for y'all to watch us go through the things that y'all went
Yes.
through. And so that's what that is. That doesn't make us a brat. It just
tell
makes
you
us
don't-
younger.
We tell you don't step in the pile, and you still step in the pile. And
Yeah,
it's-
you stepped in the pile though. So we
But
got
I ain't had nobody to tell me not to. That's
That's
the point.
true.
But I get it. I get exactly
Yeah.
what it was.
Does it bother you that your whole life is so on social media? Because everything that you do, and people are
Yeah.
going to compare. That doesn't matter who you're dating. If you unblock your sister, if you block your sister, whatever happens with you, but you guys kind of did it because you did that. But does it
Yeah.
bother you now?
It's irritating now because I can't really get away from that stigma that I'm problematic and always the issue, right? But I think that is something we signed up for a long time ago that we didn't know that we were signing up for. So, yeah.
Does it affect you business wise, like as you're doing new things under your production company and stuff like that? Is that annoying?
No, I
for
have
you
5
too?
TV shows that I shot.
Period.
know the
It's
hell
on-
that's
what's-
right.
What is this? March?
March 2025, March 27th.
5 in the can.
Love that for you.
Congratulations, babe.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And an album.
And an
Okay,
album.
and a tour.
And back to
All
back making
that.
music.
All that.
So back making music.
Yeah, back making
What put
music.
you back into that space? Is that your my getaway, my zen, making music?
Yeah, I usually put out a single on my birthday. Remember the last time I was here?
Yep.
And I told you guys there was an EP that was coming or album that was coming, but then like life happened, right? And I'm actually glad that life happened because I feel like this is like my best project.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, so good.
Why? Why do you feel like this is your best?
Because I am just putting myself out there and putting everything that happened to me, especially like within the past year and a half. I just
So you talk about
Put it
your
down.
relationship and how it affected
and
you
life,
and all that in
yeah.
life. What was the most difficult thing to do?
I was gonna say, was it triggering for you?
No, it wasn't triggering. It was therapeutic because I'm in therapy. So it really wasn't triggering. It was actually, I look at it as a sign of release, a sense of release. Yeah.
And then you have October Nights. You'll be joining October London for the October Nights.
We will be joining each other.
Okay. Y'all joining each other.
Yes. On the October Nights Calling All Lovers tour. And I'm really excited.
Yes.
Well, Calling All Lovers is an album that I didn't get a chance to promote because I got sick. I don't know if you guys remember that. It was like a couple of years ago. And so now that I'm not sick and, now that things are going well for me in life, I decided to go back and kind of showcase that album for that tour.
I love the fact that the special guest is Ro James.
Isn't that spectacular?
Yo, what? That is crazy.
I can't wait. The tour starts on
April 17th.
Why you laughing at me?
I love Ro James.
You know what? I don't even want to say, but I'm going to say because there's a clip out there. So pause. You know when New Yorkers say pause?
Yes.
They're about to say something that might sound a little gay.
Okay, what?
Ro James came up here one time, right? And Charlamagne looked at Ro James and he was like, he has to be the thickest man I ever seen in my life.
What?
Please
I
leave me
swear
alone.
everything. Pull
Why
up the
did he
clip.
say that?
Charlamagne
'Cause he
said that
was.
because
He was.
Charlamagne thick.
He's thicker than Charlamagne.
Like thick in the
God.
ass?
Like
Like he had
hips?
he was.
Yes.
he-
Like he got hips?
Oh.
Swear to God.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, Ro.
Now, Ro, I'm gonna tell you something,
What's
man.
up, man?
When you was over there doing drops, Envy looked over there and Envy goes, "Yo, who's that with the fatty?"
I did not.
Yes, he did.
I did not
No,
say
he
that.
did.
Yes, he did.
And I
Yes, he
believe
did.
That
I don't believe
did not
you.
say that. But Charlamagne did say,
I don't believe you.
yo, not for
I don't
nothing,
believe you.
Ro got a fatty. Charlamagne
No.
didn't say that?
I didn't say
You
that.
didn't say that?
I definitely didn't say that.
Who was the guy that came up here from Queens that you complimented his ass that he got some tight buns? I can't remember his name.
Complimented his ass. I ain't never complimented.
Yes,
no
you
man's
did. You
ass.
complimented his ass. He was doing a drop right through the window, and you was like, "Look at his ass." Ro
Ro
James.
James.
I didn't
You did like Ro
compliment his
James.
ass.
You did compliment his
Okay.
ass.
I said, "God damn, he got a fat ass."
That's a
Listen,
compliment, right?
By the way, no, let's be for real for a second. You know how fat a man's ass got to be for another man to say he got a fat ass?
Why don't you tell
I'm
us?
a heterosexual man. I am a cisgendered male, okay? His ass is obnoxiously fat for a man, all right? Come on, man. That man got some hips in the ass for
He got some hips and ass,
Yeah,
man.
man.
I
Come
ain't
on,
gonna
man.
lie.
He might need to be in the Guinness Book of World Records. Something ain't right with Ro James. He's abnormally built for a young man, okay?
My goodness.
There's some
I
guys that
know
have
that.
hips.
Yeah.
We like the hip committee.
Yeah.
No, y'all do.
You don't like the hip committee?
Not on a man I'm dating. I don't want to look at your waist and be like,
Well,
what
not
waist?
not a man you date. She
Not
ain't say
what
on a man
waist.
you
Please
date.
get out of my life.
No.
Oh, I mean, I don't mind if somebody is thick, but
Yeah,
not my
yeah,
man.
yeah.
I just,
But
I don't want to be
You
like,
like them
damn.
thin?
No, I like.
You like a thin on thin because you thin.
No, I like the muscle and all that, but just like the booty and the, you know how sometimes you see a man, you be like, damn.
Yeah,
he
like the
shaped
nigga butt can't be bigger than yours.
Yeah, like I'm
Yeah.
a little jealous. Well, mine's is,
But I'm just
This
saying.
is-
It's all right.
I'm not a
It's
hip
all right.
committee.
Yeah. But it's kicking off April 17th.
April 17th.
And in Virginia.
In Virginia. And then we go to
Yes.
D.C. I'm excited.
I know you are.
What's up with you and Candy? Why y'all
I
throwing
knew you was
shade
gonna
at each
mention
other?
it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have been pondering in my head.
And who started it?
Okay, so I'm not going to really get into it because I don't want to muster up the situation.
Okay.
So we really basically wouldn't be here if I wasn't lied on. And that's my thing. Like, I can deal with anything, but don't lie on me.
Yeah.
You know what I
Same.
mean? So that's my thing. And
So wait, when you say lie, you're talking about when Candy said Todd did not come for you or threaten you, but you said he did when y'all had that backstage moment?
so that clip came up, that was 3 years ago. And it really did something to me because she didn't choose to kind of like divert from the situation. She chose to call me a clown. And that pissed me off because we wouldn't be here had it not been for the lies.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? But what I don't want to do is continue that conversation and take away from all the hard work that I have been doing these past couple of years and make it about a beef that I actually don't have with a person currently. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were y'all ever cool or no?
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Like the whole Escape group, like I am Arce's godmother and Toni is Logan's godmother. So we have been around each other for like 20, 30 years.
Right.
And so it was really a lot for us to have that kind of a falling out because of a lie. When you just should have told the public you did what you did and it was what it was and everybody moves on. But continuing to stick by the narrative that, oh, it has to be Tamar because Tamar it's an easy target. To me, it was wrong. And that's where I'm at with it.
Yeah.
Is there any chance to reconcile? Like if somebody put you
You
on
have
the
to
phone?
ask her that. You know, I just feel like when you lie on a person publicly, then it's your responsibility to make that right.
Do you feel like you're the easy target when it comes to a lot of things because of the show and your personality and the things that you've been through? You feel like you are the easy target when it
Yeah,
comes to
the
people?
Braxtons have been on for 12 years.
Yeah.
That's
before it
kind of what I
went
meant
away.
earlier too, because I feel like a lot of stuff gets thrown on you all the time.
Yeah, because it's easy. Because it's easy for people to believe because everyone grew up watching that show and all of these instances with my family.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying I am wrong. I'm never wrong or I am the victim. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that it's easy to attach myself to things and for people to believe it off the bat. Yeah.
Would you do that type of show again?
What show?
The reality
Kinda like the
show,
Braxton
the
show.
I'm
Braxton.
doing the Braxtons.
Again,
Right
full
now.
show, same thing.
Full
with
show. I'm
all
not a
your
friend-
sisters and everything.
I'm not a friend to the show anymore.
Okay.
I am on the show. And, you know, so far, so good.
I haven't seen this yet, but I know that there was like the conversation about you not going to your sister's wedding, Tawanda's wedding. Are you guys going to address that at all in this like new
You
upcoming
didn't get invited to your
season, or-
sister's wedding?
I think that's for her to discuss.
She didn't invite you?
I think that's for her to discuss. I do.
I'm an only child, so I don't know how your sisters and brothers be playing
I'm
these
not
games.
an only
like-
child, but I know when I watch the show, because I've been watching y'all show for a long
Yeah.
time, and I think a lot of us too, even outside the show, we feel like we've grown up on your family because you guys have just been famous forever.
Yeah.
It was for me watching it. I know y'all go through things, but I like to see y'all, like, especially when your mom gets involved and she makes y'all make up, because I'm like, that's how it really be in families
It
for
does.
real.
Hell yeah.
But I think for a lot of people, when we heard the thing about the wedding, it was like, dang, a wedding is so like that's so serious. Like, I know it had to hurt you if it did happen. And then I'm like, what happened to even make it get there? So I think that's why everybody still wants to know, like, what the heck? Like,
All I know is that I'm the maid of honor. And I'm going to leave that at that. And I'm going to let her tell the rest of her story.
You were or you was? Word means you were supposed to be and it didn't happen.
I'm just saying that I got the invitation that you are the maid of honor. Okay. Bless the Lord.
amen.
Do you speak to all you and your sisters cool? Like, are y'all like
Yeah.
a
There gotta
tight
be in
knit
a group
family?
chat, right?
Yeah. There's a group chat.
Yeah.
There's a group chat.
And everybody speaks in that group chat?
Everybody speaks.
Because there
in
be a group chat with us sometimes. When we be upset, we don't be speaking to each other all the time.
Yeah, let me just, I got to keep it gangster for a second. You know, like, your family is your family. But I feel like after you have, like, life experiences and you become a certain age, you start to choose your family.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's just what it is. I don't think that I made that rule up. I think that that's something that I had to learn along the way and become comfortable with. And I'm comfortable with it.
And it's life, you know what I mean? Because like you said, it happens in families. Everybody, and you got families that's torn apart that don't even speak at all, that goes years without speaking, and people make their friends their family. And, you know, like you said, you create your family. I think what I didn't like was after how many people like formed like that notion of Tamar being a problem was after the Ayanla sit down. That like went for years. Oh, this is who she must be, like at all times. And it kind of like put a bad like stigma around
It
you.
did.
You know what I mean?
It
Like
did.
you're always a problem. Nowhere you go, like you always the problem, even in your family. You know what I'm saying? And then nobody like cleared that up for you in the family.
They didn't. And I think that they were apprehensive to do so because what happened before, what you all didn't see is that she outed my sexual abuse.
Yeah, that was
And
tough
that
to
was
watch.
a problem
That
for
was
me.
really tough to watch.
That would have been a problem for anybody, you know? And anybody would have had an attitude.
Yeah.
And anybody would be ready to fight. and be on defense mode. And that's what happened. And so I felt like they didn't want to further that conversation because it would have been uncomfortable for me. Because here I am talking about it 10 years later. You get what I'm saying? So, I mean, I have to give them that.
Have you dealt with that and everything with your therapist?
Yeah,
and everything?
I deal with it. You know, I think that's a lifelong thing, you know, because, you know, there's so many things that comes up after you're abused. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's something that I constantly deal with. But I think today, now, I'm my best self.
How does that affect you with raising your son, right? Because it has to put you in a spot where it's like, I want to be on top of him 24/7 to make sure nothing like that happens to him. So how was that as a mother?
You are. You are. He don't go on play days at other people's house. They got to come to my house. Right. That's what that gives.
I'm the same way.
Yeah.
And you the same way? Yeah. And, you know, he's in therapy because I want him to be open and honest about his feelings. And, yeah, that you just got to take it one day at a time because I can't impose what happened to me on him. Yeah.
Now, you have so many sisters, and this is just because I have a big family, and I'm just curious. Where does it get to the point where y'all don't F with each other all the time, right? And the reason I say that, as parents, and you have 6 kids, that's the one thing that you push, right? You might have your sister's back. I don't care what happens. And it's sad because as close as I've seen y'all, sometimes y'all don't F with each other.
Yeah.
So what makes y'all drift apart? Is it the communication? Is it mom's not doing it? Like, what makes the family not F with each other at times?
I feel like it's life. And I feel like we're a bunch of women. And as women, we have different opinions about things. You know what I mean? And you take breaks like you do your homegirls. You know what I mean? Take breaks and then you come back. Just because I don't talk to you every single day don't mean I don't have your back.
Right.
You know, I have your back, but I just don't mess with you right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Is that weird?
No,
Is that
I don't
weird?
think it's weird.
No, it's not
I
weird.
think we get it because we have siblings. Maybe he
I'm only child,
and also
so-
too, we girls too. So it's like, you know, sometimes you just need to like love you to death, but not today.
Not
'Cause even
today
though
and not
y'all
next week.
Yeah.
Right, because even though y'all all grew up in the same house and all that, y'all still got y'all got a lot of different personalities.
Yeah.
It's different. Everybody's personality is different. I don't feel like none of the Braxton sisters are the same exact person.
No, we're not.
Yeah.
We're not. You know, there is a Libra, which is a lot. There is there is a Virgo, which is too much.
Ooh.
And there's a Sagittarius and there's a Pisces. My sister was an Aries. So we're all totally different. Yeah. But you know, you figure out a way to deal with each other because you love each other, which I feel like in any relationships, even with a man or woman, you figure out how to deal with each other and love each other throughout all the BS.
Yeah.
And you know, you just move on and live life, but you don't hold on to yesterday. Yeah.
Now, we were talking about dating this week, and you said that you're actively dating. When it comes to dating, does your man get a cheating pass, right? And this comes from Young Miami. Young Miami said that she would give her man 3 cheating passes. The 4th one, she's out.
She's out.
Because she feels like every man cheats. Would you give your man a cheating pass, or have you given your man a cheating pass before?
I feel like that's a trick question.
We all done been through it.
Yeah.
You feel like it's a trick question because if you say 1 pass, then that man could be
Everybody
like,
think it's
remember you said on the Breakfast Club I got 1.
Yeah.
A cheating pass. Okay, I wouldn't say a pass.
Okay.
But if he cheated, I do feel like that they deserve a conversation. I don't feel like in life that is, oh God, I'm gonna get
deal
myself
breaker?
in trouble. I don't feel like that's a total deal breaker, especially when you have life together, assets together, children together. It is a conversation because there is a breakdown somewhere. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just feel like when you cheat, you're not ready.
Yeah.
Have you ever been a cheater?
Oh, I have.
And
it was
why,
the
though?
worst thing I've ever done.
But why? What got you to that point? Was it a drunk night, or
Did
was
you
it
cheat
a...
first or you cheated back?
I cheated first.
Oh, okay.
I cheated first because I felt like I'm in trouble.
You are not in trouble because you are single. You don't have nobody that's gonna be
I cheated first because a relationship was not resolved. And, you know, I started talking back to that person and I was confused.
You spun the block.
I spun the block and I was just confused. And that's just the real truth.
Yeah.
And it was a mistake.
Did you get caught? Or you told on yourself?
No, I got caught.
Oh,
So
damn.
you're a bad cheater.
No, I wasn't a bad cheater. I got caught.
How'd you get How'd you get? Was it cell phone caught? Or
It was in my phone.
Yeah. She went to
It was in my phone. It was bad.
was it a picture?
It was bad.
Jesus Christ.
It was
Damn,
bad.
Zay.
It was the worst mistake I've ever made. I would never, ever, ever, ever cheat on anybody ever again. Ever. 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 Yeah. Because how do you recover? I feel like men, it's hard for men to recover from
Oh,
that.
girl.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
What, their
And-
chest be hurting and they
Yes,
be tight
and what I
can't
don't want to
breathe.
do is break someone I love. You know what I mean?
And have them
because
looking at you
realize how
sideways.
much you love that person after you cheated.
Yes.
And you can't take it back.
And that's just the truth. Like, that's really just the truth. Sometimes
Yeah.
you really don't know what you got until it's about to be out the door.
Yeah.
Jess, you got caught before too?
Yeah, you see me over here, my hands together.
That's right.
You're
praying to God right now. Tell us
yo.
about it. It's the
Yes,
worst.
I cheated. And this is the crazy thing. I left a good relationship to be with my first
my
child's
God.
dad. And I got with him, and not even 24 hours later, this nigga cheated on me. And I try to go back to the guy like, is it too late? It's too late. Yeah, why the fuck you even, so
It's too
girl.
late.
Yeah, I get it.
Do you feel like, I'm asking you a question because, okay, we have an open conversation here.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you feel like a man can ever recover from their woman cheating on them?
No.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You think so?
Absolutely. It's gonna take time, but I think they could.
Envy.
think
Yeah.
so?
I think you could. If this is how I look at it. If a woman really wants to get back and really wants to change and evolve and make a man feel comfortable, it's the same thing when a man cheats. When a man cheats, what makes a woman feel comfortable again is allowing them to be comfortable, right? I cheated. I talked about it in my book, but I had to be able to be open with my wife, where I know that I'm not doing no dirt. Like I be like, I leave my phone here. Here's my phone.
Yeah.
She never takes it, but she knows if she wants to, she can. Here's access to my social media. Here's access to anything that you need to make you feel comfortable to know that I will never do. You know, hey, I'm going on the road, babe. You want to come with me? I want her to feel comfortable where she never has that doubt in her mind ever again.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not going to lie. It's not easy. It wasn't easy. It wasn't difficult. And sometimes, like, I tell a story. I went to Vegas. I walk in a room in Vegas, right? And there was panties on the floor. My wife was on FaceTime, and I went down and I complained like I said, babe, look, I stopped. I went downstairs because I was so scared. She was like, yo, calm the fuck down. Like, I believe, but I was scared. She wasn't even in Vegas.
Right.
But that's how I am, because I want to show her like, yo, I fucked up. And like you said, it was the worst decision in my life because you hurt somebody that you love.
Yeah, for sure.
You killed the trust, and you got to try to get that back. And this is the person, I've been with my wife since 15 and 16, 31 years. So yes, you can. So if she can do that, I got to put myself in that predicament. If she cheated on me, would I be able to take that back? It depends how hard it was for her. Now, I do see a lot of men that cheat and be like, yeah, I cheated and what? It's over, forgive me. That's not the approach.
That's not the attitude.
That's not
That
the
make you
approach.
go cheat
That's
back.
crazy.
That's not the
Right.
approach.
That makes you got to prove
But
something.
if you really feel sorry and really try to change, and not on no sucker shit like, oh, well, babe. No, if you really say, no, I'm going to change. And the
the
best
work.
change is change behavior. You know, so I could.
So you would give them the opportunity. So
I
if
would.
it was your wife, you would give her the opportunity. Well, y'all got a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Y'all have
Yeah,
years
a lot
and
of
children.
stuff.
Yeah.
You're the wrong person.
But no, I would. It would be hard to see, because I think for a man, mentally, is
Yeah, man.
like the fact that I got to see you sucking.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
See?
That would be hard.
Crazy.
Yeah,
she
but
might
you know,
not even suck. She might have just climbed on top.
see, I don't want to see
Sorry,
that.
that's
either.
crazy.
I don't
We
wanna
saw a
see that.
video. It's over with.
Oh, wait. In your situation, you saw a video?
Yeah.
Oh, girl.
Oh, yeah.
I had that same, well, it wasn't a video. It was a picture.
Oh, wow.
And it was, oh, my God. It was so
How do
bad.
y'all do? Well, you know what?
No, I did it on
was in my
purpose.
phone. I forgot it was in my phone. I forgot.
No.
I left
forgot.
mine
And
there
I'm like
purposely.
you. Like, it was already over with. You know what I'm saying? I ain't had nothing to hide, and I forgot.
That's a big
gosh.
forget. That's a big forget.
Yeah.
I forgot it was in my phone.
That's a whole episode. That's like, oh,
Yeah.
damn. Okay.
So when he, I'm just curious. I'm just asking. So when he approached you, what was the conversation like? Hey, did he just throw it in your face and be like, look at this right here? Or was it like, what did you do January 3rd at 8 p.m.?
My God.
Lord.
I just knew.
Uh,
I woke up and he was gone.
oh,
And
no.
I just knew.
Oh, that's
When I
even
saw-
worse.
And I called.
He didn't answer.
He did. And it was bad. And he was crying. He was broken.
Yes.
He was broken.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that hurt me. To this day, that hurts me that I hurt that person that bad.
Do y'all still speak?
No.
Damn.
No.
Do you check on his Instagram every once in a while? But like, let me see
No.
how he's doing.
No.
We can't know
I don't
what
check on
X
the people
this
on
was. You're not
Instagram.
going to tell us what X this was, are you?
No. Hell no. No.
Probably was so long ago, but the thing
Yes.
is, the video, and the video probably hurt him so bad because you doing the things that you do with me. With like what?
Worse. And then.
Damn.
Worse is crazy. And then they took it out my phone, sent it to themselves, and deleted it out my phone. Yeah.
So now you can't even go
I
look
can't
at
even
it
go
to
look
even
at it.
review it. Like, dang, so weird.
I would be so scared.
I can't even review it for practice because I've
Yeah.
been out of practice.
Yo.
On your podcast that you have,
Yes.
Life, Love, and Beyond.
Yes.
These are the conversations that you're having, stuff like
the
this.
conversations that we're having.
And because you're so vulnerable, you're so open.
Yeah.
It's like having girl talk with you.
It is.
Do you ever get nervous though when you're having these conversations that like maybe that ex or like whoever you might have in conversation comes back up on social media and it's like, I want to tell my side, and now it's a whole thing.
That's why
'Cause people-
I'm very skeptical
Okay.
about talking about people now.
Got you.
You know what I mean? Because it takes away from everything that you're doing for a moment, and it's a complete distraction. So I'm very respectful now.
Right.
That's one thing I did learn, Envy. I'm very respectful now of what I say, and I make sure that whomever I'm talking about, that nobody knows who I'm talking about.
Right.
Yeah.
What conversations are you having with your mom while you guys are cooking?
Oh, we talk about stuff like that. We talk about
You talk about that with your mom? Like,
yeah,
really?
yeah. We talked
Nice.
about last night on the premiere, like get 'em, girl. Like what's the things that you cook to get 'em, girl. And we talk about kids. We talk about life. We talk about everything. Yeah. My mom is one of my favorite people.
Y'all dynamic is dope. That's why I asked
Yeah.
you that. Because
Yeah.
she'll get into the things.
Yeah, she'll get into the things, and she's so I don't know. She's just amazing, and she gives the best advice about everything.
Listen, you are so right. I sat next to your mother on a flight before, right? We in first class, of course, first class. But we sat,
Yeah.
I sat right next to her, right? And I was on the phone. I was handling something, and we weren't even about to take off yet. They were about to just do that protocol
safety
thing, the
demonstration
safety thing,
thing.
right? Man, and the white flight attendant, she was like, "You need to get off of your phone." I don't know, like talking to me crazy. And your mother knew I was about to go off, yo, and she just put her hand on my knee and she was like, don't even
That's
do
her.
it. Because that's what they want you to do. She wants you to act up. She already wasn't the best. She didn't greet people. She didn't greet us.
Mm-hmm.
It was me, your mother, and maybe one other person of color in first class. Didn't greet us, and when she did, it was very lackluster. Would you like something to drink before we go up there or whatever? And she was like, that's what she want you to do. Do not do it. Your mother knew I was ready to go in. And then you know who she said I remind her of? Absolutely. Smith sneaking out the house, going to Baltimore every such and such. Yo, me and your mother got into it, or got into some things about you and, your sisters on the flight. But she definitely, if she wasn't there, I probably would have been on the no-fly list. The way that lady talked to me,
Yeah, I'm sure.
was crazy.
Yeah, my mother has a way of like being honest, but giving it to you in a comforting way.
Yep, and she
right?
has a presence.
Yeah,
about
she
her,
does.
too.
You know, we did an interview yesterday, and she let me have it, and nobody knew she let me have it. But
You knew.
I knew that she let me have it because we was talking about dating, and she was talking about why men are the way that they are now, and she was saying it was really the boy mom's fault. Because we think that they are our kings,
Yep.
and we don't have to make them do things and figure life out and stuff like that. And so she was like, well, why wouldn't they expect for you to pay for a date? Why wouldn't they expect for you to trick on them? Why wouldn't they? Like, what do you mean?
Damn,
it's not their fault.
That's a perspective I haven't heard.
Oh, my mother ate me alive yesterday.
Because she's seeing you're like that with your son.
Yes, I'm like that with
I
my
was like
kids.
that
I
with
don't
my
know what
son,
it,
too.
yeah, but people tell me, like if I ever have a boy, I'll understand it. But I feel like my mom's like that with my little brother. It's like there's no accountability ever has to be given. Why? That's her baby, and I'm like, well, what the heck? Like, why is it like that? I don't get it because I don't have a son. But
How old is your brother?
my brother is 30.
Is he dating
Yeah,
a couple people?
yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Oh wait, I don't even. He might have a girlfriend, right?
Uh-oh.
I don't know.
You just got him in trouble.
He's in trouble anyway, all the time. It doesn't matter.
Trouble
Love him to
finds him.
death, but it happens.
So
But
what did Mama and your son say about the Tamar Braxton Fashion Over ad?
My son was like, oh, that's what you putting on the internet? Logan's different. Yeah, Logan is different. My mother didn't really say anything. My mother know I'm outside. I'm outside. So she ran for me heavy. But, I didn't see anything wrong with it. It's Fashion Nova. I got it on Fashion Nova, so I took a picture. They paid me to wear their clothes, period.
And that's it.
How were your DMs after that picture?
Interesting.
Interesting.
They were very interesting.
What celebrities be hitting you up all the time?
Recently.
What's the craziest celebrity?
Oh, I'm going to give names. But they send like
Athletes, rappers.
explicit stuff.
Like what?
Oh, God.
Explicit stuff.
Oh, like body parts?
Yeah, explicit.
You can say
stuff.
penis pics.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about, I want
It's
you
so
to
gross.
I want you to sing on it. That's what they tell you. Oh my God. I can only imagine what corny lines come with the DPs.
cornball.
Like,
If
Yeah, 'cause
Jess
I'm
was
not
a man,
interested.
you ain't Jess game.
Ripped
Y'all
on
let
the
you
man.
sing
Would
on
you
this.
sing?
Yo,
Sing on
you know
this.
what? It's crazy, Jess.
hit that note, baby. Hit that note.
So your DMs been popping. Have you hit anybody back in the DMs?
No.
You would never.
Damn.
No. The right person, yeah, but no one that I'm interested in.
Could you see yourself dating another singer, another artist?
I've never ever dated a
I know.
celebrity.
That's why I said, could
Yeah.
you ever see yourself doing it?
I think it'll be interesting. I could. I think.
Okay.
Is it hard? You think
Yeah.
it is?
Yeah.
What makes it hard?
I dated somebody in my line of work, and it's just like, no.
Really? Why?
Yeah, because the house is competitive at that point.
competitive.
Yes, like I think you funnier than me. I mean, you ain't funnier than me. We gonna do a tour together, but I'm gonna get the split gonna be 60, 40, 70, 30. It's like, no,
Oh no.
you ain't that much funny. Like, come on, come on now. So
Yeah.
it can get competitive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I know that there are relationships that do work like that when both people are famous, but it don't always
I think
work.
dating a regular person is worse.
You think that?
I do.
Damn,
Because
why?
they don't understand us.
Yeah.
The regular people you date become famous after.
Yes. Yes. You
They
been
do.
giving people careers.
You know what? Leave me alone,
All right.
Jess.
No, because I be like, I didn't even knew this man. Now I'm so
And
invested.
it's like now they have to thank you for putting them on.
I mean, because I'm such in the public eye.
Yeah.
You know, and I can't help it. It really wasn't done purposefully, right? So that's what makes it hard
Yeah.
to date a regular person
Regular
because
person.
afterwards they feel like they leveling up on you.
Has any of your exes ever leveled up on you?
No, baby.
That was a trick
She
question.
almost
That was
put
a
the
trick
shade
question.
back on.
That was a
Baby,
trick
excuse me.
question.
It'll take a long time for you to level up on Tay Tay.
That's right.
Hello.
Love you, y'all. I love
Well,
you.
definitely check out her
Yes.
cooking show, Cooking Sessions with Tamar and Miss E. Tamar is 48 years old, and when you see pictures of her 48th birthday, you're like, Jesus Christ, Logan, you better check moms.
And he does.
Yeah, all right.
He does. Oh, guys, in my
I had to
new
block
project.
you. I had to block you that week.
You blocked me?
I did block you that
Why,
week.
friend? You had to unblock me now.
I blocked you now.
Why you blocked me for?
You was doing a lot.
I was.
It was soft
my
porn.
birthday.
It was soft porn. Did you see the pictures?
No, I did
Oh,
not
you
see
thought
the
it
was
picture.
soft
show you.
porn?
It was soft
Lord.
porn.
Friend, it's not soft porn. It's modeling. Why can't I be a model?
I got the whole article, but don't got the
Modeling
pictures in
clothes.
here.
Oh, Tay.
That's my birthday picture.
See, bitch.
Yeah.
I'm talking about.
You gotta let the people know you gotta pop out and show the people.
Every
Yeah,
now and
man.
then, and you got it, so I know.
I do.
Right.
Okay.
All right. Well, make sure you check out Tamar Braxton, her cooking sessions with Tamar and Miss E, her new project, and of course, she's on tour April 17th. If you're in Virginia, what part of Virginia?
Norfolk.
Oh,
Oh,
757.
Norfolk. Hey, that's what's up.
If you're in the 757, definitely check her out, and we appreciate you for joining
Thank you,
us.
friend. Thank you, guys. Hey, and my new project comes out on April 11th. So I have to tell the people because the people be acting like I don't put out enough music, and I'm appalled.
We're excited that you are. It feels like it's been a very long time.
It hasn't been a long time.
No, it
Envy,
hasn't
when
been
was the last
long,
time?
It was about a year ago.
Thank you very
something
much.
ago.
And then we're
Hasn't
number
been
one.
long.
Thank you, my friends, for
Period.
playing. Period.
You got a record now to play?
I don't.
Let's say, can you get one? No, you don't want to do
We
one?
can't.
Not yet?
I don't.
Okay.
I don't. We're gonna wait till it's time.
All
April
right.
11th then.
April 11th.
Well,
I love y'all so much.
Love you too,
Y'all
baby.
family.
It's Tamar Braxton. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake that ass up.
In the morning.
The Breakfast Club.